Success this year spoiled, you think, fans, people around you to think that you're supposed to win every game?
I mean, that's the narrative that you might see on TV. The idea that we have a super team. It's twofold, right? We didn't have the coach of the year. We didn't have the MVP. We only had 2 All-Stars. So they say we're a super team, but, you know, we didn't get rewarded like we are. But, you know we got a good team. We're not perfect. We play the right way.
They want die, huh? Tell the DJ run it back. 2020 straight choppers, I ain't fucking with that scrap. He just keep on tweeting, I'ma pop his fucking hat. Watch this man's cry about it, tell his ass laugh at that. If I jump out on your ass, it ain't no chance you busting back. All that Superman shit.
That right there was comments from Jason Tatum when he was asked about if he had a super team. I'm here to tell you today that the answer is no. This is not a super team. This is just a completely well-structured team. We take a look at Tingus Pingus, all-rookie first team, even though he has been playing like all-star caliber this year and all that stuff. You take a look at Jason Tatum. That boy's a bucket. Superstar caliber player, do not get me wrong. Take a look at Derek White, 2-time all-defensive player of the year or all-defensive team. Then you take a look at Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's a bucket, all-defensive player. Then you take a look at Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, All-NBA second team, All-Rookie second team. They have 11 All-Stars combined. You want to think of a super team? Think of the 2021 Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant has more All-Stars than the Boston Celtics put together right now, guys. Not even counting LaMarcus Aldridge or Blake Griffin. They have 33 All-Stars with Kyrie, James, and Kevin Durant. That is a super team because they didn't have that well role players around them. Yeah, they had like Joe Harris. I think they had Nicholas Claxton. They had some decent role players around them, but this Boston Celtics team is like homegrown. You think of a team that's homegrown that is a super team. Golden State wasn't called a super team in 2015, even though they were 73 and like 9. Okay, they were not called like a super team. And you know why? Because they were homegrown. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. They're 3 stars. And if I guess you want to count Andre Iguodala, but he wasn't homegrown. This team was so well articulated, nobody called it a super team until Kevin Durant joined. And then it was like, oh yeah, now they're just 100% unstoppable. Here, yeah, you picked up Kristaps Porzingis. I mean, and yeah, we see how well he's been doing this season and coming off an injury in game 1, putting up straight buckets. We see that, yeah. But this is not what you would call a super team. This is just a well-coached team. And they didn't get coach of the year or nothing. This is just a really good coached team with really good players. And Jason Tatum can have an off night and his players step up like Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis. Jaylen Brown, I mean, Jason Tatum might not even win Finals MVP this year if they win. I think it might even fucking go to Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, or Jaylen Brown. In my opinion, I might get some hate for this. But Jaylen Brown is probably, I think personally he's better than Jason Tatum. You can kill me if you want to. That's fine. But you need to have these homegrown teams and these homegrown players, and they'll develop and turn into fucking great superstars. Like Jason Tatum, his rookie year with Kyrie Irving, and like I think it was the Eastern Conference Finals, he's dunking on LeBron James. He's putting up great numbers in his rookie season. And then the next year, Jaylen Brown's a year older. Jaylen Brown has been hooping. This team's a good-ass fucking squad. And we all need to realize that this is not just some super team and they just bought their way to do this. No, this team's been working hard. They've made a finals before, and it wasn't enough because they had to go up against Steph Curry, which, let's be all honest, guys. Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He put on them purple Under Armours, and that boy was going crazy. Klay Thompson came off an injury, and he was doing well that playoff series. Andrew Wiggins was the best defensive player in the fucking entire world for that series. So saying that the Boston Celtics are just a super team, yeah, Kristaps Porzingis, but it's not like, oh, we're adding Kevin Durant. It's Kristaps Porzingis, guys. This guy was getting hated on before he joined this team. Let's be honest. So now that he's here, you shouldn't say that now it's a super team and stuff like that. Because I feel like homegrown teams are the best teams out there. I feel like if you have Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham and you let them grow for a couple more years and then you put a solid team around them, they're going to make a finals. Guaranteed. I mean, that might be a hot take, but, I mean, it is what it is, guys. I mean, so I just don't really feel like this is a super team. And, yeah, they've had, like, even last year they were doing really well. They lost to the Bucks that one year, then the Heat, and then the team hasn't been looking great. And I know the Celtics don't have a good reputation with their fans and everything like that. And I know everybody's been rooting for Kyrie Irving. And I'm not a Boston Celtics fan. I don't like Jason Tatum. Not as like a player or a person. I just don't really like watching them. It is what it is. I'm not a Boston Celtics fan, but I'm going to defend them in the point where they're not a super team. Like, that's where I'm going to defend them, because I've been seeing a lot of people saying that they're a super team, stop the bullshit. They're not. They're really not, guys. So I just hopped on here to defend them and say that this isn't a super team. I don't think it is at all. It just, they have a great fucking team around them, man. And yeah, they've had struggles and things of that nature, but every team has struggles, man. I mean, Michael Jordan struggled like until he was fucking 28, and then he won his first ring at 28, and then he never stopped there. And you forget, Jason Tatum's only like, 25, 26? Jaylen Brown's only, 26, 27? They got a young-ass squad. They got a young squad. Besides fucking Uncle Al, they got a brand new fucking squad. And I think this team's going to tear up the league for a while, unless another team figures out what the hell they're doing. I feel like the Miami Heat, if they let Jimmy Butler go, if they keep Jimmy Butler and they put some more people around him, Miami Heat could be a contender. Philly could be a contender if they get Jimmy Butler and they have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, Joel. That's a great team right there. I feel like Milwaukee gets their shit together. Fucking Giannis and fucking Dame, they get their shit together. I feel like that's a great squad right there. And then also, I mean, the Mavericks are a good ass team, but you forget they have a rookie big man. I mean, they have PJ Washington, who was kind of, I guess, under the radar, but now we're actually seen as true, like, the man's a bucket. Kyrie's having an off just series, and that's okay. Once he does good, I still feel like the Mavericks have a good chance of winning this if they actually work hard enough. Because Luka's Luka. Like, if you help Luka a tad bit, you'll win a game. Luka's going to be Luka. But if they're just pounding him, and you pass out and you're not hitting your corner threes, or Kyrie's not getting to the basket and he's not hitting them midi pull-ups, then this team is just going to end up being a disaster. And they're going to lose to the Boston Celtics, which I'm happy if Jason Tatum gets a ring. I'm really want to see Kyrie and Luka get a ring. So I'm rooting for both. But I hope you guys enjoy, and peace.